In the late 1990s, the bustling city of Lahore, Pakistan, was about to be rocked by a name that would become a symbol of pure terror: Javed Iqbal. On the surface, he was just a wealthy man living an ordinary life. But behind the closed doors of his home, a horrifying secret was growing, a secret that would soon send shockwaves across the entire nation. Between 1998 and 1999, Iqbal began to target the city's most vulnerable inhabitants: runaway children, street kids, and those who were simply poor and alone. He was a master of deception, luring them in with seemingly kind offers of food, a safe place to sleep, or even just a bit of attention. What awaited them inside his home, however, was a nightmare beyond anyone's imagination. For months, families across Lahore frantically searched for their missing sons. The disappearances were sporadic at first, and because the victims were from marginalized communities, the cases often went unnoticed or unconnected. The city was living with a monster in its midst, and no one even knew it. But that all changed in December 1999, when Javed Iqbal did the unthinkable. He wrote a detailed, multi-page confession and sent it to both the police and a local newspaper. In the letter, he claimed responsibility for the disappearance and murder of 100 boys. He described his methods in chilling, methodical detail, leaving no doubt about the scale of his atrocities. When authorities raided his home, they found horrifying evidence that confirmed his claims, including photographs of his victims and personal items belonging to the missing children. The news broke, and Pakistan was plunged into a state of shock and outrage. The public was devastated. How could a single individual commit such unspeakable acts for so long, right under everyone's noses? The case exposed the deep vulnerabilities of children living on the streets, those without a voice or anyone to protect them. Iqbal was swiftly arrested, and his trial became one of the most sensational and closely watched events in the country's history. The court handed down the ultimate punishment: a death sentence, one for each of his 100 victims. For many, it felt like justice was finally within reach. But the story took another bizarre and shocking turn. In 2001, just 2 years after his confession, before his sentence could be carried out, Javed Iqbal was found dead in his prison cell. The official report declared it a suicide. However, the circumstances were suspicious, and many questions linger to this day. Did he truly take his own life, or did someone else ensure he would never speak again? Decades later, the case of Javed Iqbal remains one of the darkest chapters in Pakistan's history.